Hey there, everybody. We're in the third week of this game, and there hasn't been any kind of news or anything released about what's happening this week. So, as far as we know, there's nothing new. We got the start of the Battle Challenge event last week, as well as the Belle and Beast banners. Those were sort of the new things for week two, but we've got no news updates about anything that's going to be added to the game this week. So as far as I know, it's still just the battle event and the Belle and Beast banner, which if you didn't see my previous video, Belle is the winner. Stay away from Beast. He is he's definitely the dud between the two. Belle is absolutely phenomenal. It's interesting. After the game's been out for 3 weeks, it's funny how people want to make tier lists right away. Like I think within the first 2 days of the game coming out, there were already tier lists out there floating around, and things have changed so much since day one. And it's so funny to see how those things change so quickly. I've considered doing a tier list myself, and I still may do a video with a tier list at some point, just because there's no other content to do right now in the game. But yeah, that'll probably change the next time a unit comes out. But Belle is definitely up there. Right now, the meta team is looking something similar to what I've got going on here. I just kind of lucked into it, to be honest with you. But Genie and Belle together are an absolutely phenomenal duo. Put them in with Hero Mickey and the new free unit Cinderella. By the way, Cinderella is free from the battle event, and she is OP. One of the things I've been doing this past week, since I've pretty much, I finished farming the event, beat level 30 and all that stuff. So I'm pretty much done with everything in the game right now. So one of the things I've been doing is just trying to create resources to better understand the game, better understand characters, strengths and weaknesses, which characters are good. And I actually put together a damage spreadsheet of all the damage dealers that are in the game right now, just to try and get a handle on which characters are actually good at dealing damage. I'll put a link to that spreadsheet in the description and in the comments below. I might even do a video later on, sort of explaining, explaining the mechanics behind the spreadsheet, and explain how to use it and whatnot, because you can use it yourself. You can download a copy of it and then sort of use it as you will. I may do a video on that at some point. Won't do that in this video here. But yeah, putting Belle and Genie together with Hero Mickey and Cinderella, it's just it's a recipe for maximum damage every turn. It's fantastic. And then of course I got Baymax as my healer. Baymax isn't necessarily the best healer in the game. I think Rapunzel is also very, very good. I think picking up either one of them is really, really good. If you're struggling for a healer and you don't have either Baymax or Rapunzel, Minnie is also a really good, Minnie Mouse is a really good healer. I used her for a bit, when I was first starting out in the game. But yeah, the Genie is still number one. I've said it in all my other videos. I said it day one that Genie is number one, and he's still number one. So if you're looking, right now is actually a really good time to re-roll. To do a reroll account if you're struggling in the game and you feel like you've wasted resources on some characters that just aren't that good. Right now is a perfect time to do a reroll. During the tutorial reroll, pick up Genie, and then throw all the free resources you have from starting out in the game at the Belle banner, and try and get Genie and Belle. And try and get Belle if you can to LB1. Unfortunately, I went all the way to Pity without pulling a single Belle. That is where I got my Genie dupe, however, so I was very happy about that, which is why my Genie is LB1, but Belle is stuck at LB0. But yeah, Genie and Belle together just make an absolute powerhouse team. And then grabbing the free unit Cindy. If you can pick up a Hero Mickey, great. He's not absolutely necessary, but he's a fantastic damage dealer, as you'll see on my damage dealer spreadsheet. But anyways, The whole purpose of this video is just kind of providing an update for week 3, which is to say there's really nothing new going on. So I figured, one of the things I would do is I would just kind of showcase Belle. I would showcase Cinderella, the free unit, show you just how overpowered she is, and just show you what my team can do. I'm not saying that my team is the best team out there, but it definitely makes short work of bosses out there. So first thing I'll do is I'll start with the event boss. We'll do the max level event boss, and then I'll do all the bonus bosses as well in this video. As usual, I'll use timestamps, so feel free to jump around if there's a specific battle you would like to see. I will actually, real quick, I'll just show you what upgrades I have on these units. So I always do like 1 attack cube for like units that I plan on using. I usually do 1 attack cube and 1 defense cube, so I've done that for everybody here. The custom ability that I have is not the best ability for her. I only picked it because it had the 10% attack boost on it, so this is definitely not the best ability for her, but sometimes you want the stat boost more than anything, right? On my hero Mickey, I think I've got attack skill power up 10% for him. Because that's what I figured. I actually did 2 attack cubes on him. I probably shouldn't have done that. I wouldn't recommend spending too many attack cubes on units right now, but I think spending 1 is, or doing like 1 upgrade on units you think you're going to use for a while is not a bad idea. For him, I got a 9% attack boost, so I figured that was pretty good. Plus the attack power skill up is good for him. For Genie, and Genie's got 50% skill lock resist. Belle's got 100% skill lock resist, and Baymax also has 100% skill lock resist. I just went with skill lock resist on them because since I don't have a Rapunzel, and since I don't have an LB1 Rapunzel, for fights like going up against Maleficent, the bonus version of Maleficent, she throws skill lock at the whole party. So I just wanted to have a lot of skill lock. If you don't have to have skill lock on all your support units, I would say your healer is probably the most important person to put skill lock resist on, especially if you have Rapunzel at LB1, because then she can actually remove skill lock from your party with her heal. But yeah, just something to consider. So anyways, that's how I've upgraded my units, and let's get in here and let's see how we murder the max level event boss with this party. This party just like literally melts through bosses, so this should be pretty quick. Okay, so we're gonna do some buffs, and I'm gonna actually guard on the first turn, just because I want to make sure I can get 2 stacks of buffs before we enter the rage mode on this boss. All right, now this will activate 4 different EX abilities. Yep, so that automatically activates Cindy, Hero Mickey, Genie, and Belle, so they're all going to deal damage. So this is just like free damage right here. So we've already hit rage mode, all right, which is great. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to do more buffs again, and we're going to go ahead and start doing the attacks. We're actually going to hopefully, I think we should be able to get out of rage mode here on this turn. So let's see if we can do that. There we go. And yeah, so right there we're already out of rage mode, which is fantastic. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some attacking, and we are going to, I'm actually going to defend Belle because I want to make sure she doesn't die. We need to gen up a little bit of SP. The boss does have SP lock on us, so we do have SP lock. Actually, no, we don't have SP lock. Oh, good. All right, so the SP lock's gone. So we, yeah, so everyone else is just going to do attacking. Belle's going to defend just to make sure she doesn't die from the poison, and then we can heal up next turn with Baymax. Since the boss is in confusion mode, he shouldn't really hurt us very much. And we'll gen up enough SP that we can also do some buffs alongside. Okay, we're landing some critical hits, which as you can see deal quite a good amount of damage. That's due to Belle. Belle's critical, not only is it critical rate up, but it's critical power up. So it's like, yeah, it just really helps to speed up these clears here. All right, so we'll do a heal. Genie will do another buff, and then we'll do one more buff. Then we'll have Belle do her buff next turn to re-up that, just to make sure we've got our, just to make sure we're maintaining our EX skills. All right, so you see we're doing like, 27, between 25 and 30,000 damage every turn. So yeah, we're making short work of this boss for sure. All right, and in fact, there's a good chance we're going to kill him on the following turn. Okay, so I'm actually going to have Mickey do his skill here. Yeah, we'll do another attack buff. Okay, our EX skills should finish the job. There we go. Nicely done. Okay, so 6 turns to knock out this boss. All right, obviously everyone's maxed out at level 90 there. So, certainly it might take a little bit longer if your team is not fully maxed. You don't need to have a level 90 team, but I will say in this game, just leveling up is one surefire way to be able to get through content. So right now, that's kind of like the best way to just beat content, is just to level up your units. So let's do the bonus bosses now. I'm going to start with Nick, because Nick is the easiest, also because he's especially easy for my team because he has a weakness to Blue Striker, which is Hero Mickey's skill. So we'll be able to just like blaze through Nick very, very quickly. I personally think Pete is the hardest of the bonus bosses. Maleficent is only difficult if you don't have skill lock on your characters because of the skill lock move that she does. So if you have skill lock resist on like your healer, for example, that really takes the bite out of Maleficent. Pete is just, he delivers a lot of heavy damage, and so you got to make sure you're bringing buffs to the party for that one. But let's start with Nick. All right, so Nick's gimmick is that he likes to throw ailments at you when he's in rage mode, so you just want to try and get him out of rage mode as quickly as possible so that you don't get hit with those status ailments. All right, so let's pop in here and try and get this one done, yeah? Okay, so as usual, we're gonna do buffs here. And then I'm actually going to do, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Belle's buffs. So what you want to do is you want to try and kill the SP Eaters as quickly as possible, if you can. So their defenses are pretty high here on the bonus stages. So I'm just going to target, we're going to kind of focus on one and then hopefully kill the other one next turn. There is a chance that the SP Eater may self-destruct, which can potentially kill one of your characters. If that happens, we'll just back out and come back again. All right? It's just kind of like an RNG factor there. And the idea is you want to use this stage because there's only 2 waves, so you kind of want to use these stages to kind of build up your SP reserves before you head into wave 2. And so killing the SP Eaters first, the guy in the middle just kind of like sits there and doesn't really do too much, and so then you can just kind of spend a turn or two kind of guarding and getting up your SP, and then you can take that into the next fight. And that's generally, good practice for all of the bonus boss battles. Okay, hopefully we don't kill this guy here. There's a chance we might. All right, that was close. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we've got 60 SP, so what we're going to do, we're probably going to kill him. I'm going to defend with these guys, and I'm going to do another set of buffs, so we have those going into the next phase, because your buffs do carry over. And then I'm going to defend with everybody else, because our EX skills are definitely going to kill this guy, and by defending, you generate 10 SP, so let's do that. Because we're going to use 40, generate 30 with our defense, so we'll have 50 going into the next round. There we go. All right, so we're going to do another set of buffs, and we're going to start attacking the ads first. We want to knock them out All right. We want to try not to deal too much damage to Nick because we don't want him to enrage until we are ready to take that out. Because you want to get him out of rage mode as quickly as possible. So you know the little gauge with the little smiley face there, right? So the gauges basically have 3 phases. The little orange phase is phase 1. That's like normal mode. The gauge fills up every time you hit him. You know, stronger attacks fill the gauge faster. When the gauge is full, he enters rage mode, and then you got to empty the gauge as quickly as possible by dealing damage to him. Again, the stronger the attack, the quicker it's going to deplete. And then he enters confusion mode, which gives you basically like 2 turns of relief before he goes back and starts the cycle all over again. All right, so try not to deal damage directly to Nick if you can help it. So that means your AoE damage dealers should not use their skills. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about Belle because her EX skill is an AoE skill, and there's not much we can do about that. But it's a pretty it doesn't hit very hard, so it shouldn't enrage Nick. Yeah, see, it only filled it up maybe about 1/3 of the way, so I think we're still safe there. All right, what I'm gonna let's go ahead and just do normal attacks here. Although it's probably going to enrage him. What I think we should do, let's go ahead and just do another set of buffs. And yeah, we're probably going to enrage Nick, but then hopefully we'll generate enough SP that Mickey can do his skill next turn and go ahead and just like blast him out of rage mode like in 1 turn. That's the hope. All right, so our EX skills are probably going to enrage Nick. That's fine as long as he doesn't do his AoE status ailments and like hit everybody with confusion. Oh, there it is, triple jammer. Okay, so that, wow, yeah, so that knocked out Cindy, Mickey, and Baymax there. So what we'll do here is honestly, let's see, how are our buffs looking? All right, so we've got SP lock for 3 turns. All of our buffs are looking pretty good. We may re-up those next turn. So what we can do here is just gen up some SP with defend, because Nick honestly doesn't really hit that hard. And so we don't really have to worry too much about people dying. If we do, we've got our miracle ability there for regen. So let's just defend for now. Okay, so now let's do some buffs. Oh, she's paralyzed, so we lost that one. Okay. All right, hopefully we can get out of this. How long are we stunned for? I can't even oh, there we go. Can't even view them, can we? Okay, so he's out of his he's got an attack and a defense break, but he's out of, okay, good. So he's not paralyzed anymore. All right, or not stunned anymore, so that's good. So maybe we can have Mickey. All right, hopefully we can break him out. Let's go ahead and use our SP ability. That way we have some regen, because I'm not sure when Baymax is going to come out of stun. With any luck, Mickey will... maybe I can use both of these guys. What's our attack buff looking like? Yeah, we definitely want to get the attack buff back up. All right, so we should be able to use all 3 of these skills on this turn, and then just, you know, hopefully... What level paralyzes that? It's a level 3, so 75% chance she's not going to do her action, which kind of sucks. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's, like I said, you see Nick isn't really dealing much damage to us, so it's not really a threat. But we do want to get out of rage mode as quickly as possible here, so hopefully Mickey can do it with his skill. Okay, we really need... Ah, good. Finally, these guys are out. Okay, so we can finally put that buff back up. And That way Mickey does his EX skill, and we should be good to go there. We should be able to get some EX skills going. Yeah, we got it. Now we got it. See, that's kind of Nick's little gimmick there, is that he throws that triple jammer at you, which does paralyze, confuse, and SP lock, I think. It does not do skill lock, but it does do SP lock. So if you're using someone like Marie as an SP battery, that will affect units like Marie, and they won't be able to generate SP for you anymore. Okay, let's see. What are our buffs looking like? Because I want to use, now we need to get that attack back up. That's more important than Mickey's skill right now. I do want to unload one of Mickey's strikers, because it is really, really potent against him, but I also want to be fully buffed when I do it, so that it's dealing like maximum damage. So we'll use Mickey's striker ability next turn. It might even kill him next turn in one hit if we're lucky. I think it will. All right, so Mickey will do his striker, and this is probably going to be all she wrote here. Oh, it was close. Nicely done. Okay. So that's Nick. Nick's not too hard, in my opinion, as long as you have a good, solid, strong team to take in there. All right, let's do Pete. All right, I think, in my opinion, I think Pete's the hardest. He's definitely easier with an LB1 Genie, however, because LB1 Genie offers evasion to the party. So that really, really helps. If your Genie's only LB0, it might be a little bit harder. You might need to lean on Baymax a little bit more for healing. But yeah, we're going to get in here and we're going to take him out. Let's do it. Okay, so as usual, we're going to do just a couple of buffs just to get sort of started. We want to take out the top and the bottom minions first, because they have the potential to do status ailments to the party that we don't want. The guy in the middle just does attacks and I think heals himself. So yeah, taking these two out is definitely your primary concern here. And then, like I said, you can use a turn to kind of build up your SP gauge before heading into Pete. Okay. All right, so we should be able to take out the other one next turn without any issues. Let's go in and just murderize this guy. We might actually end up killing. It's fine if you do like this. Yeah, we're probably going to kill this guy, but we've got 84 SP, which is really great, so we can go in with another set of buffs and take this guy out. So again, you see an SP Eater here. Anytime you see an SP Eater, it says Mystery Mimic, but the skill that they use, I call them SP Eaters because that's the skill that they use to actually literally drain your SP gauge. You always want to take those guys out as quickly as possible. So I'm going to do a couple of buffs here, and I'm going to have Mickey use his special. I don't want to have Cinderella use her special skill, though, because it's AoE, and we don't want to enrage Pete until we're ready to actually take down Pete. With any luck, this will kill the SP Eater. That's the hope. So let's see how we do. Okay, hopefully all of our EX abilities will finish off the SP Eater, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. There we go, he's done. Next, you want to take out this guy because he actually heals. He will heal Pete, and you definitely do not want Pete to be healed. All right, now I'm gonna do, all right, I'm gonna do another round of buffs, and then we're hopefully gonna kill this little guy right here, and then Pete will almost definitely be enraged because our EX skills will enrage him, but that's fine. We should be ready for that thanks to Genie's buffs. So let's do that. Okay, yep, so one EX skill will kill him. All right, now we can focus on Pete. He's enraged, that's fine. When he's enraged, Pete starts doing only single target attacks. He'll do a super attack. Whoa, he knocked out Belle. All right, that's unfortunate, but it's okay. I think we can actually come back from that. At least I hope so. We're gonna find out. It just means it's not gonna be nearly as quick because Mickey won't have his EX ability proccing nearly as often. But, you know, it's good. It's definitely good to see that it can still be done. But yeah, so that's what Pete does when he enters rage mode. He only does he only does single target attacks, and he does one super attack, which is like a really hard hitting move, and then one normal attack. But he also has an attack buff, as you can see. All right, and so that's what makes that especially dangerous. When he's in normal mode, he does AoE attacks, which honestly I think is probably worse than when he's in rage mode. But you know, as you can see, we did lose Belle because he decided to focus on her, the jerk. All right, so let's keep our buffs up because that's going to be important for our survival. Hopefully this gets him out of rage mode. It might take it next turn because we lost Belle. Ah, perfect. Perfect, that worked out really well. Okay, now let's do some healing because he did an AoE there, so let's make sure we're healed up. Okay, our miracle ability is full, so we'll be able to use that to fill up our SP gauge and do some more, some stronger attacks next turn. Okay, definitely want to re-up our buffs. Let's do, actually, yeah, sorry, let's go ahead and use that miracle ability. You notice that I use Brave Beat as my miracle ability. It's definitely, by far, in my opinion, the best miracle ability. Just because SP management is like is really important in this game. And if you're not bringing someone like Marie as a dedicated SP battery, then Brave Beat is going to be your best miracle ability to bring on the party. All right, so we're going to do, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and unload a bunch of specials here, and hopefully we can, do we still have some critical on? All right, so our critical buffs are gone, unfortunately, so Mickey won't do his EX. But yeah, we'll definitely use his normal skill here because Pete's about to enter, go back to like normal mode again. All right, Cindy will still get to do her EX ability. But yeah, that's fine. So we just want to try and, you know, deal as much damage as we can here. Okay. So I'm gonna have Genie. So we just want to maintain Genie's buffs at this point. Like that's probably the most important thing, is just making sure that we have our defense buffs and we're good to go. All right, get a few more EX skills. So he's in rage mode now, so he's just gonna do single targets, which means, you know, if he decides to focus on one person, it could mean they die. All right, he gets 2 actions per turn, by the way, if you're wondering. So that turn, he did an attack buff, and then he did the super attack. So that's why he only did those 2 actions on that turn. All right, so basically Genie is just going to be doing, because I think we're going to kill this turn, so I'm going to have Genie do another buff, and we're just going to focus on trying to kill this guy right here and right now. If we were a little bit farther away from killing him, I might have Baymax do a heal here, but I think we're going to kill him here, so let's just do this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we managed to do it without Belle for most of the party, which is pretty awesome. Okay, it was just unfortunate that Pete decided to gang up on her. All right, so now let's do Maleficent. All right, and like I said, Maleficent, her gimmick is the AoE skill lock that she does when she's enraged, and so my recommendation is at the very minimum putting skill lock resist on your healer. All right. That's the most important thing, is making sure you can heal your party while she's in her rage mode. So I have it on 3 out of the 5 units. You do not need to have skill lock on 3 out of the 5 units. Having it on your healer is good enough. That's how I beat her the first time, was I only had skill lock on Baymax, and we just kind of powered through her rage phase by having Baymax heal us every turn, and everybody else just did normal attacks until she was out of rage mode, and that was pretty much how we got through it. All right, so let's get in here and see how we take down Maleficent. Okay, so pretty much going to look the same. Use wave 1 to kind of build up your SP stash. Take out the top and the bottom baddies first. The middle one just does attacks and buffs itself every other turn. So these guys are the ones, they'll like inflict poison, which is kind of not something you want to carry over into the next wave if you can help it. All right, so let's do this. I'm just trying to knock these guys out quickly. All right, you notice I'm tapping on the one below to try and make sure we target that one next. All right, what I might do here is, let's do, because I think he's got a barrier on right now. Or no, he's just got a defense boost up. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So what we should do here is, because this team is pretty strong, there's a chance we actually kill on this turn. But I want more SP. All right, let's just go for it. All right, I'm just gonna attack, and we'll probably kill. We have 90 SP going into the next fight, which is great. That's fantastic. Awesome. Okay, 95 SP, excellent. So we are like almost fully charged. All right, so again, buff. Focus on, this guy just does defensive buffs to himself. So let's focus on the attacker. All right, the attack mimic first, because they're the ones that are gonna, deal more damage to the party. Again, try not to hit Maleficent if you can help it. We can't really help it with Belle's EX skill, but she shouldn't get enraged before we're ready to start dealing damage to her. All right, so buffs. Focus the attack on the attacker mimic. Hopefully we can kill him with our EX skills here, and then we'll do the defense mimic. Great. Yeah, you can see that like those critical hits are huge with Belle. Like that's why Belle is so good. Is like the critical rate and the critical power up. Like it really ramps up your damage. All right, so we're gonna do another round of buffs, and again focus on the defense mimic this time. Okay. Our miracle ability is full, which is awesome. Okay. All right, we're probably gonna enrage her. Yep. So that didn't take much to get her enraged. Okay. So there's the jammer attack, which is now you do have a chance to actually resist the skill lock. You see that even if you don't have skill lock resist innately, you do have a chance to actually resist it. It's not a 100% chance that it will land. It usually does, but as you can see, Cinderella is the only one that got it. Mickey did not get the skill lock on this one, so he got lucky and missed that. Obviously, Genie and Belle didn't. What I'm going to assume, though, so I'm going to, just for the sake, I'm not going to assume that you have skill lock resist on a bunch of characters. So let's play this as if everyone got skill locked except for your healer. Okay, so in this case, we would just use Baymax to heal, and yeah, we would just have everybody else do a normal attack, and we would try and get out of rage mode as quickly as possible. So that's how I'm going to play this. All right, we're going to do our heal, and we're going to just try and get out of rage mode. Thanks to our EX abilities, we should be able to get out of rage mode pretty quickly. There we go. Boom, one turn, and we're out of there. Okay. Now let's see. How long is the skill lock? Still got one turn. So we're going to assume that all of our characters still have skill lock, except for Baymax. All right. I'm going to have him go ahead and just heal again. Okay. Because you see he's still at like 50% health. So might as well just have him heal again and have everybody normal attack. So I'm going to, for the sake of trying to reproduce a situation that you will more likely encounter, I'm going to assume everyone is still skill locked. So next turn, we can hopefully start re-upping our buffs and make short work of this fight. All right, so now everyone should be out of skill lock. All right, we don't need to heal anymore. Let's just do our buffs. You can even have, we could even have Mickey throw in some, we can even have Mickey throw in some skills. We can do like some serious damage here. Okay, so yeah, we should definitely be able to kill next turn without any issues. Let's go ahead and use our miracle ability. Make sure we can do all of our buffs. We'll do some special skills. Okay. And yeah, this should be all she wrote here. And there it is. Excellent. All right, so we just took down the event boss, all 3 bonus bosses. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that this is the meta team, but it certainly is a team that can get everything done for you right now. Like I said, Genie and Belle together really make life easy. Cindy is a absolutely fantastically overpowered free unit. Like, go get her. She is free from the event, and she is super OP. You can check my damage spreadsheet again to just see just how powerful she is. She's seriously like out damaging, you know, almost every other damage dealer out there right now. But yeah, I just wanted to do that, guys, just sort of like an update. I figured I would try to do like weekly updates because I assumed there would be, you know, weekly content coming out. But since there isn't really any kind of new content this week, I figured I'd just do something for you guys. So thank you guys so much for following me. I hope this has been informative. I hope it's been helpful to you guys. And I will see you on the other side.